Dave Palumbo here for Muscle Serpents Daily, and it is really late in the snake room, and I felt so bad that I didn't get a video out on Monday that I had to just Monday night come in here. It's 3 in the morning. I'm not exaggerating. So I'm gonna just show you some quick stuff. I want to show you a clutch that has hatched out. That's pretty cool. It's a Hurricane Monarch clutch, which is exciting, and it's something that's gonna hopefully progress in the future. So I want to just show you that and give you a little tutorial on how to spot spider hurricanes. So let's go into the snake room, check out what's going on tonight, and hopefully get some sleep. All right, let's start this video today. I think we have to start with the wow and the bang and the pizzazz. This is a Monarch ball python. The Monarch is another line of T-positive albino. That is, the tyrosinase enzyme is not working properly, and it's broken somewhere, and we don't have a complete albino where we have no melanin production, but we have a loss of melanin. To me, the ultramel and the Monarch are probably the most spectacular looking T-positive lines. They all have their own merit, but the Monarch, when it's born, looks purple. So all this brown you see here, which is really gorgeous right now, even in the adult form, this is an adult male, the brown is purple. So as a baby, these things look unbelievable looking. And I think that's what really attracts a lot of people to them. I mean, it's a gorgeous, very clean animal, as you can see. I tried to breed this male, and if you guys follow my videos, you know, to a sugar pastel head Monarch for 3 years now. Like a dummy, I kept trying it over and over and over, and I thought that maybe something was wrong with the male. You know, maybe he's not old enough, or maybe the female's not old enough. They just didn't like each other. When I would put them in the tub together, they would literally, I would hear banging and smashing noises, and they just would not breed. I thought I saw a lot, but I probably didn't. I think they would lay near each other, but so this last time, about a few months ago, when I got all slugs once again from the female, I realized, okay, this is not gonna work. So I decided, I don't know why I didn't do this before, I bred this male to a Spider Hurricane female. I love Hurricane. I said, you know what? A Hurricane Monarch would look really cool. Why don't I try that? Because I'm sure everyone's I'm sure Justin's gonna try to produce a clown Monarch. All the typical clown, the pied Monarch. You know, I think Tom Harbin already produced an insane looking clown Monarch. So I'm like, I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna breed it to this Hurricane spider female I have. It. She's a good breeder. Let me see if there's something wrong with this male. Bred him, produced a nice clutch of eggs. They hatched. I'm gonna show you what we got. All right, here's the clutch. I'm gonna show you the clutch. I don't know how I got it, but I got almost all spiders. It should be a 50% chance of getting spiders. I got all spiders, which is fine. I think they're cool. I think a spider Monarch is gonna look really cool, but I think the mistake, and I don't think this ever could be a mistake, but I think when you're starting to put Monarch into lighter things or things that reduce color, sometimes you lose some of the spectacular contrast of the Monarch. Now, I think Spider Monarch might look pretty cool, just because Spider kind of does weird stuff with stuff, you know. But Spider Hurricane is a very difficult morph to spot, because Hurricane puts more pattern into the animal, and it usually adds more color, darker colors into it. So Spider reduces that. So you have to be a real detective almost to figure out if you got Hurricane. Now we know that all the babies are going to be Het Monarch, which is great. Okay, every baby here. But we have to see which of these babies is a Hurricane, because it's very hard to tell a Hurricane spider, and I'm going to show you how to do it. I finally figured it out. All right. Now, first of all, this little beauty here, I put him up the other day. This is not a spider. So this is a regular Hurricane Het Monarch, and it does not look like just a regular Hurricane. He definitely, I don't know if the Het Monarch is doing something to this. It looks like it is, but it's certainly spicing it up a little bit. But this is definitely Hurricane Het Monarch. These guys are not cooperating, of course, because I want to do a video. You can see the Hurricane swirls like here. So we're gonna put him aside. He's easy to spot, okay? Now these 3 spiders here that are het monarch are what I believe to just be pure spiders. I don't think that there's any hurricane in them whatsoever, and I'm gonna show you why, okay? These 2 spiders, okay, over here, I'm gonna put these guys over here. These are what I believe to be hurricane spiders. And if you look at their side pattern, okay, and you see these little dots here, these parallel line dots, you even see it better in this one. See how they're all lined up? That's the hurricane swirls. They've been reduced to basically dots, and they run parallel to the side of the animal where the normal hurricane swirls would be, and you know where these swirls would be right here. Okay, that's the spider. Now if you look at the spiders that don't, the regular spiders, they don't have those dots. So hurricane actually inserts more pattern into the spider. Now this one is a possible, but not even. It's not really. These are just the lines coming from the top, the spider pattern, the spider web pattern. You don't see those parallel lines you see in this animal. So this would be a hurricane spider het monarch. This would be a spider het monarch. These 3 right here, from what I believe. Okay. You can see even in the top pattern of the spider, there's more pattern here. Even along the dorsal, well, dorsal it kind of looks similar, but you could just tell even around the head, hurricane puts more pattern in there. I think a hurricane monarch is going to look insane. I even think a hurricane spider monarch might look really weird. But what I really would love to see is that hurricane monarch. And we can do it, you know, we can make it. It's going to take a while, obviously, if I got to grow these up. Now, what I'm hoping is one of these males, I'll be able to breed to that het monarch female that doesn't like the daddy of this clutch. And obviously it would only be a 25% chance, but we might be able to produce some visual monarchs from that female, because she's a breeding size. I'm going to give her off the year, I think, and then I'm going to breed one of these babies the following year to her, and hopefully we can produce finally some visual monarchs. It hasn't been too lucrative on the monarch front. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's little tutorial on how to tell a spider hurricane. And you know what the truth is? There's no definitive way to really know. I mean, this is a pretty good guess. But I've seen low expression spider hurricanes that have a couple of dots that also have produced hurricanes in the next generation when they bred. So you can't dismiss these regular spiders, or what I'm calling regular spiders. They still might be possible hurricane. If they have a couple dots, it's possible. I sold 2 female het clowns that were possible hurricanes, and I know one of those are going to prove out. So whoever bought those 2, I forget who bought them, but for me, but I'll bet you one of those guys proves out, one of those girls proves out. All right, cool clutch. I'm excited that the monarch is indeed fertile and that he produced a really nice little litter here. All right, I wanted to show you this gorgeous SUNGLOW. It's a call SUNGLOW het leopard female that I've been growing up. She was produced last year. She is just, you know, I almost think, you know, this is obviously, you know, the goal is always, right, produce albino leopards. You know, you always want to produce that double homozygous. I almost think that the SUNGLOW, which is the hypoalbino, that's het leopard, is actually nicer than the visual, you know, SUNGLOW leopard. Visual. Double recessive with obviously that hypo incomplete dominant added into it. Why? Because the het leopard is visual, you know. We call leopard recessive, but there's so many visual cues between the bow tie saddles, all this like coraling here. That's all the het leopard in there. And the really, really red head, you know, het leopard is really cool in and of itself. I mean, think about it. We call labyrinth, right? We think labyrinth is a super cool, you know, morph. The crystal, which is the super labyrinth, is super cool, but I think labyrinth is just as cool in its own right. Same thing with leopard. I think het leopard, in certain instances, looks really, really cool. It doesn't. You don't even need the visual. You got, you in the visual leopard, and especially leopard albinos, you lose a lot of pattern. So because it becomes so busy, that leopard pattern, and when you take out a lot of the black, because leopard is so black, you actually just you lose it all. It becomes white. At least here you still have some saddles, and you have like some really interesting sides. The side of the animal looks really cool. So I think more people should start working that het leopard into a lot of their projects rather than always going for the double recessive, and so, or going for the actual visual, I should say, leopard. So I just wanted to show you this female, just because there's things to think about, potential breeding projects. That's why I'm keeping her back. She was the only animal that was born in this litter. Everything else was either slugs or didn't make it, and there wasn't a lot. A lot of it was just infertile ova. So, I kind of just kept her because she was like a one-off, but now I see what great colors she's developed. I'm keeping her. I'm going to get her into some breeding projects, and I just love it. Once again, in albino, het leopard looks great. All right, this was a quick hit for sure, but you know what? It's 3 a.m, and you know what? I got to get some sleep. I got to record bodybuilding videos tomorrow all day long, so I got to be able to function. But at least, hopefully, I got something out for you to watch, and something educational at least. And so that I like to educate if I can and try to clarify things. I had to bring some BOAS to the vet earlier today. I'm going to talk about that probably in a future video. I'm treating them now for possible infection, but let me talk about that in a future video because I don't want to rush through that. I think sometimes people are afraid to go to the vet, or they get intimidated by the process, so I'll walk you through that. Hopefully, once again, I hope you guys are as excited about these hurricane projects that are coming out as I have. I've really held back almost all my babies. I've only sold a very select few over the last couple of years. A lot of people have wondered why, but I've been amassing these things and hopefully trying to produce some cool projects, and I hope you guys appreciate that. Sometimes you can't let everything go. All right, you know what to do, guys. Hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications, hit the like button. We'll see you back tomorrow morning.